Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down, make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got. And I know you will make mistakes, get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but
It's week 2 of block 2 of the IMP program. It's currently 5:44 here in Nam and a beautiful 10 degrees. Just off to do my 5k run now this morning. Getting ready for interval session today?
Yes.
It's currently 5:37 and 11 degrees here in Nam. Ready to go for my first strength training of week 2. It's currently 5 o'clock and 12 degrees here in Nam. Getting ready for my 12k moderate absorption run for week 2 of block 2 of the IMP program. Let's go. Sunday, 6:20 a.m. and 9 degrees here in beautiful Nam. Getting ready for my 14k long run today.
this is all we got. Show me love, show me life, show me love. This is all we got.
Hey you mob, Jack here with post week 2 block 2 update as well. So spent the week again running on beautiful Wurundjeri country. So I had 6 sessions all in total for week 2 of the program. First up on that list was a 5k short absorption run to absorb the 12k from the previous Sunday as well. So I did that one in a time of 29 minutes and 19 seconds. So very cruisy pace throughout that one too. Moving on to Tuesday, which was a bit more of an exciting session, which was my intervals as well. So I had another lot of 3 by 800 meter intervals and actually managed to do those on the Unimel track, just a short stroll away from my work too. And I found that was a big difference for me this week to actually getting to run on a proper running track as well. And I was lucky enough to even have it all to myself for the session as well. Found myself a lot more comfortable there and not having to dodge people in and out when I usually do them on the parks out here in Nam. Moving on to my strength training sessions. So I had those scheduled for Wednesday and Friday. My Wednesday session went all as I needed to and all went to plan. But my Friday one, I really was keen to just hit that snooze button and completely just miss the session on that Friday after my 12k run. But managed to get out there and back into the gym on the Friday morning and just got the work done as well. And I think that's been a big feature, especially in block 2 of the program, is just getting it done as well. I know that coming into almost the halfway point of this block as well, I'm noticing that I'm starting to get really tired towards the later half of the week. But just knowing that, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint too. So each little session and those little deposits make for a big change in the long run too. And I'm glad that I stuck it out, got all of my 6 training sessions completed as planned. That's all, which was amazing. Moving back to my Thursday, so it was actually pretty funny doing a Sunday 12-kilometer run, and then all of a sudden that following week doing a 12k moderate absorption run, and I managed to do that through into the city as well. So being roughly about 5-6 k's from the CBD, I've decided to actually run in for the first time. Usually whenever I start my runs, I go out away from the city too, but I decided to mix it up. And besides having to stop at some of the major intersections, it was actually a really decent run too, and was feeling really good. Towards the later half of that 12k run, I thought it actually bursted a blister on one of my toes, but pushed through, didn't notice any increase in pain. But coming back home, I actually took off my sock and my foot was fine. So I think that was just all in my head as well. And I think it's actually my feet starting to get a bit tougher from all this running that I'm doing too. So noticing that change with my body. I did that 12-kilometer run in 1 hour and 9 minutes and 7 seconds. So overall, a really comfortable pace for that one. Moving on to my long run, which I just completed earlier this morning. A big shout out to Lena and Kirsten, and also to Kirsten for being my camera woman on my Tuesday interval sessions. A big shout out to you two for joining me today. I really did appreciate that one. And yeah, so I managed to do the first 5Ks with Lena, who was a former IMP graduate, before pushing on myself to complete the rest of the 14 kilometers. I wrapped up today's long run in 1 hour and 21 minutes and 4 seconds too, so quite a solid pace again for that one. I know, and I've mentioned this before, the Merry Creek Trail does have quite a few hills into it, and today I was really feeling those, and it actually got to a point where I've started to feel a bit of my Achilles just getting a bit sore through it, and I think it's just all those changes from, you know, those steady ground to sudden peaks and hills and then declines at a rapid pace. Just a bit, you got to be really cautious around those areas too when they do come up, but overall held up in good stead. From 5Ks onwards, my pace did pick up quite a lot. However, I think it was towards the final 2 kilometers where I really felt the pain, and not any physical pain, but just that mental and breathing pain to actually get through that as well. Not having any difficulties with breathing, more so just like, okay, you need to just really push and get it done too, which I did. And I'm very surprised that, yeah, 14 Ks is literally 1K off of the furthest I've ever run, and with the 16K long run planned for next Sunday, it's officially going to be the longest I've ever run. So again, it's just showing that, you know, if you put in the work, you can see the results too, and I'm starting to feel like my body is really starting to be conditioned for all this running that I'm taking on each day, and I'm actually in a really good fitness spot at the moment, and actually a really good headspace. I did mention when I first started the program, shifting from being in the gym for 5-6 days a week to going out running for 3 days. It was quite a mental shift for me too, but I think it's just been, again, inspiring to see all the rest of the squad and even members of the community getting out for their runs or even just exercising throughout the week too. I think that's a big reason for my why, and it still is to this day too. It's just to see all of our mob and the people in the community live their own active and healthier lifestyles too. And it doesn't mean that they need to be training for marathons or going out and lifting 300 kilos or whatever. It's just about, you know, getting that little bit of movement in. And I know for me, earlier on during my university degree, I lost touch with exercise too, and if it wasn't for rediscovering it, I wouldn't be in this position where I am today, and to be blessed to be on this journey with the rest of the 2023 IMP squad. Next week is looking very similar too. However, my 800 intervals are looking to be shifted towards 400 meter intervals, which I'm really excited about, getting to do those back on the Uni Milk track again as well. So that's going to wrap up today's quick yarn and a bit of an update on week 2 of block 2 of the program. Again, just wanted to shout out to all you Deadly 2023 squad members for smashing out your long runs and your training and strength sessions. It's like just that burst of encouragement for me to get out each day to put in for the team, and for all those mob that did register to apply for the IMP program too as well. So I'm also keeping all of you mob in the back of my mind as I go through this journey too. Again, big shout out to Lena and Kirsten for joining me again this week through week 2. And yeah, I'll catch you mob in the next one.
Show me love.